Hello and welcome to Take 10. I'm Jennifer Johnson. With us in the studio today is Jeanie Dawson. Jeanie is the principal of Earl B. Wood Middle School, and thanks for joining us on the program today.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So I understand that you were recently given the Ed Shirley Award. And so for people not familiar with that, this is a huge honor. So tell me exactly what it is.
Well, it is an award for administrative leadership, and basically they're honoring you for really doing the best that you can in your school and honoring the type of leadership and learning leader that you are.
And because you don't brag well, I will say that this is only given to one administrator in the entire school system, and it has been given to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So that, I mean, it's a huge, huge honor. Why do you think that you were recognized in this way? Like, what makes you stand out as a middle school principal that, you know, that was recognized by this award?
Well, I think so much of this has to do with collaboration. I always say, you know, even when I got the award, it's a we award, it's not a me award. It has to do with the fact that you give people opportunities, you give people authority with responsibility. You know, I always look at leadership as something we do with people, not to people. And you really have to set a level of trust in your organization. And then you have to provide opportunities for them to do what they do best, build on people's strengths, monitor, you know, the data, and use data to really drive all the decisions in the school. We give the opportunity with the leadership team to truly be leaders at every level and to build the capacity of the teachers in the school, because the teacher's the most important person in the school. You know, 80% of what a student does is a result of what that teacher's impact is on them. So we take that so seriously. But you also want to have fun, and you want to build that sense of community.
Do you have a sense, you've been at the school for, what did you say, 6 years?
Yes.
6 years. How has it changed since you've taken over the leadership of it? How has it become more of a community? Do you have more parents involved? Do the teachers feel more connected?
Yes, I'd say the biggest change that we have done is really building a sense of community of all stakeholder groups. We've increased our parent participation. We've increased our minority parent participation. We started a Latino parent committee because my school has 34% Hispanic parents. And really it's about not creating barriers to the school, but removing barriers so that people feel a part of the school. So one of the beginning focuses that I had was to strengthen that parent commitment and the parent involvement in our school, and for them to see us as working partners. And that's essential because, you know, with parent involvement, student achievement increases. Right. The other thing that we did is really take a look at strategic intervention for students. You're not just doing remedial interventions for reading and math, but you really have to be strategic about where you put your resources, about how you follow through with the students and what their needs are, and really looking at every kid. You have to take the time to do that, and we do that there. We also provide opportunities for the staff to grow, so the staff knows that they have the opportunity for leadership, and it doesn't mean you have to be on the leadership team to be a leader in the school. It has to start from the ground up.
Right. How difficult is it to be a principal of a middle school? Because I mean, as a parent, I found that middle school was very difficult on my kids. I mean, they were fine in elementary school. They found their niches in high school, but middle school it's a difficult time.
It is. You know, it's hormones 101, really. But we love our kids. Yeah. There's a couple things going on at that level. And one of the reasons I chose to be at that level is because I know what is truly required in terms of commitment of those students and that adolescent learner. You have 540 days to move a student from elementary school to high school ready in reading and math and everything else that goes along with that.
It doesn't sound very much when you put it that way.
It's not. It's socially, emotionally, their growth spurt. And one of the things that we've done over the past, 6 years is really understand the adolescent learner. You know, we've had staff development, which we call professional education, so we have PE Day. We've done staff development on understanding the brain, on what defines the adolescent learner. How do we teach to the adolescent learner? How do they learn better? What are some strategies for the way that they learn the best? So really understanding and being strategic about knowing that child really well, creating opportunities for fun, for building teams, and that's why the middle school is such a great opportunity for kids, because you're really building small learning communities at each grade level and treating each grade level differently, you know, and defining that with your staff.
Was that something you thought of in the staff development to look at the adolescent brain, or was that a countywide thing?
Well, it was actually a part of the middle school reform initiative when we started.
Because that's brilliant, I have to say. I mean, that is brilliant. I remember years ago reading the Time magazine. I think the cover was the adolescent brain, and just being like, wow. But I mean, that's so smart of you guys as educators to look at that.
Well, one of the things is, it's very funny because the prefrontal cortex of the adolescent learner does not develop until they're 24 completely, but their limbic system, their emotion system, is fully developed. Okay, so that sense of reasoning doesn't always connect with the emotions. You know, even for my staff, when I have first-year teachers that are fresh out of college, their prefrontal cortex is not fully developed because they're 22 and 23.
Right.
But to understand that, you know, I can't take credit for that. That was out of the Middle School Reform Initiative and the staff development from our county, which really sets us out there as a wonderful county because we provide those things. But over the years, we have continued that with all of our teachers, and really understanding the level of learning that you're in at that middle school level. You have to be so committed to it. But the kids are great. They're like sponges. They want to absorb information. And you create challenging courses and you make it relevant to them. They want to do their best and learn.
What's your main goal as the curriculum gets harder and changes in the middle school, as it has in all levels?
Right.
What's your role as the principal? I mean, what do you play? I mean, you there for the kids, the teachers? I mean, what do you do as it gets harder and harder?
Well, you're there for all of them, and the parents included. It's all about communication. I believe in over-communicating, and it's all about education. So as I have to model what I want everybody to learn, so really understanding what is coming out in terms of the curriculum, understanding how we can be more interdisciplinary in our approach. You know, with the way that we plan at our particular school, we have department meetings every week so that our teams are collaboratively learning and teaching together, and always talking about learning and strategies for improvement for students. And as we change from, you know, the current curriculum to the 2.0 curriculum, and you know, we're rolling out Algebra 1 and 2.0 next year, it's just really about making sure the teachers are the experts, you know, in terms of the content, and then having multiple strategies on how to deliver that, and also making sure our students are in the right courses so they are getting the right services for their needs.
Right. So it gets more challenging. I mean, the curriculum gets more challenging, but I mean, it sounds like the staff support is getting better too, because otherwise you'd have teachers going, I can't handle this.
Absolutely. No, you have to have embedded staff development. It has to be embedded, it has to be ongoing, and it can never stop. And the one thing is as a leader, you have to constantly learn yourself. So if I can model that, then there's no excuse why we shouldn't be doing it as a school. And when you learn together, you know, you collaborate well together, and then you provide the best for our students. I always say 2 heads, really, 10 heads are better than 1.
Right. Now, the Algebra 1 being rolled out earlier, that's going to be a challenge. That's not easy for the kids to take that on, right?
No, but you know what? As you are planning vertically, the students are ready by the time that you get there if you're doing what you're supposed to do. And it's really making sure that the teachers are really teaching the curriculum and teaching the extensions as necessary, and making sure the kids are getting it along the way.
Right.
You know, it's about results, not intentions. So we have to make sure that the outcomes of what the kids are learning, what are they doing, what's on the table, okay, what is their product, and then we go back and change our instruction based on how we see their learning.
Very good. Jeanie, we are out of time. Congratulations on the Ed Shirley Award.
Thank you so much.
Big honor. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving us a few minutes of your time. Remember to visit us on the web at the link on your screen. I'm Jennifer Johnson. Join us next time here on Take 10.